We're with Kaitlyn Lees, the Cape Air Female Athlete of the Week this week. And Kaitlyn, Ivy Championships this past weekend, you've had perhaps the most consistent performance of any player there, 43 pars in 54 holes, and you finished third overall. The game is very mental. What was your mindset going into the championship in terms of what you wanted to accomplish?
Yeah, so the mental game was actually something that I've been focusing on all season with Coach Kirk, something we've been working on. I tend to kind of get in my head and make sort of some of the easy stuff pretty hard. And so especially with putting, a couple weeks ago I had like 11 3-putts in 54 holes, and this weekend I only had 2, and I had no double bogeys. And that kind of consistent golf is something that I've never really been able to do throughout my career when I've been playing.
Going through the third and final round, how much are you aware about where you are in the standings, in terms of, putting pressure on yourself and also trying to remain calm in those situations? What was going through your head during that time?
Yeah, I was one back of the individual going in. I knew the whole team competition was really close. I think the top 4, we were 2 behind Columbia, and then the third and fourth, we were only 1 or 2 ahead of that, so I knew it was going to be really close. I had no idea what the team competition was. When we finished, I thought we'd come in third or fourth. I didn't know till about 20 minutes after we finished that we'd came in second. So I was very aware of how close it was.
So when the team found out they finished second, what was the reaction from the team?
Well, when I finished on the 18th green, Columbia was cheering really a lot. It was actually kind of a funny moment, and they were cheering, but I couldn't really tell from everyone how we'd done. And then I went up to do scoring, and I looked back and I saw everyone kind of in a huddle, crying but looking happy. And I was like, oh, well, we wouldn't be doing that if we hadn't done well. So I ran back down the hill and found out, and it was a really special moment, especially for our senior Kat. To see, I think for her, how far the program's come over her 4 years. We all really wanted to have a good weekend for her. So it was a really, really special moment.
Great. Now, you're from Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia area. What brought you to Dartmouth, and what is your freshman year? What have you experienced during your freshman year that has been memorable, besides finishing second at the Ivy Championships?
Well, definitely the team. Golf is an individual sport. I've never, even in high school, I really had this kind of team experience, and they've all been so supportive with even things like class schedules, especially in the fall, figuring things out. And I've made a lot of close friends from the team, which has been great. What led me to Dartmouth was when I visited here. Every school talked about the kind of community they had, and this was the only school I really felt that was true. And I felt like I could have the best balance of golf and academics, and it's just so beautiful here too. And Coach Kirk, I felt was the best coach out of all the ones and most supportive out of all the coaches I met with.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, what are the plans for the summer? I imagine a bit of golf in your schedule. Yeah,
golf. I'm going to try to qualify for the U.S. Women's Amateur, which I've come close to in the past, and that's been one of my goals.
Well, good luck with those tournaments this summer. We'll see you in the fall.
Thank you.
We're with Donovan Spearman, the Cape Air Male Athlete of the Week. Donovan, this past week you set a new record in the 200 meters that had stood for nearly 6 decades. What is it like to establish a school mark in a sport that has been around as long as track has at Dartmouth?
Yeah, that was a very amazing race. It's kind of funny because I originally wasn't going to go to Virginia to the meet because I was struggling with a bit of a hamstring injury. But I went out there, didn't practice all week last week, and was able to run a really great time and break a record.
Well, competing at a meet such as the one in Virginia, where there are so many top-tier runners from across the country, how does that help you prepare for the upcoming Ivy League Championships?
It definitely helped with a confidence boost because there were a lot of great schools there, and there's a lot of great talent in the Ivy League as well. So being able to compete with them just gave me a big confidence boost and made me know that I am pretty much ready for the Ivy League Championships coming up.
So is it running good times or winning races? Which is the goal? Is there a goal above the other, which is more important with the mindset of getting ready for HEPS?
Leading up to HEPS, for me, running good times is a lot more important. At HEPS itself, winning the races is pretty important to help out with the team and points and things like that. But looking after HEPs to regionals and things like that, and nationals even, it's definitely important to run good times.
Well, you mentioned the team, and we'll conclude here with talk about your experience with the team. I mean, what you're doing is an individual event here, but at the same time, you're competing for a grander cause here of the Dartmouth team.
Yeah, definitely. It's been great competing with the team, and this past weekend we broke up into 3 different meets, so we weren't all together. But we all had a lot of great performances as a team, and a lot of great performances besides my record. There were a lot of PRs, personal records. So going into HEPs as a team, we're definitely, ready for the Ivy League championships, and the team as a whole has a big confidence boost.
All right, Don. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations on your record.
Thank you.